Hello students, today we'll see the second part of Unit 2 Geography, that is we'll start from air pressure. So far we have completed up to rain gauge, that is it is a thing which is used to measure the rainfall, right? So far we have completed up to the rainfall heading. Today we'll start with the air pressure. The weight of air above a given area on the Earth's surface is called atmospheric pressure or air pressure. The air pressure is measured by barometer. The standard air pressure at sea level is 1013.25 MB. At the Earth's surface, the pressure is 1.03 kg per square kilometer. The variation in standard atmospheric pressure is found both horizontally and vertically. Based on the level of pressure, it is categorized into low pressure and high pressure. Low pressure area is an area in the atmosphere where the pressure is lower than its surrounding areas. In this situation, the wind from the surroundings blow towards the center of low pressure. High pressure is an area of atmosphere where the barometric pressure is higher than its surrounding areas. In this case, the wind from the center of high pressure blows towards the surrounding low pressure areas. Low pressure system is marked as L on weather map and the high pressure area is marked as H. Low pressure system are also called as depression and cyclones. High pressure system is called anticyclones. Low pressure leads to cloudiness, wind and precipitation. High pressure leads to fair and calm weather. Isobar is used to show the distribution of air pressure. Humans are not sensitive to small variation in air pressure, but the small variation in pressure that do exist largely determine the wind and storm patterns on the earth. The distribution of atmospheric pressure is controlled by altitude, atmospheric temperature, air circulation, Earth's rotation, water vapor, atmospheric storms, etc. Air pressure. The weight of air in a specific area on the Earth's surface is called air pressure. So this air pressure is measured by barometer. The air pressure at sea level is 1013.25 MB. So this type of variation in air pressure is found on both the horizontal and the vertical places. Air pressure is divided into two types, that is low pressure and high pressure. So in an area, if the pressure is low when compared to its surrounding area, then it is called as low pressure. In an area, if the pressure is high when compared to its surrounding areas, then it is called high pressure. If the pressure is low, the wind will blow from the surrounding towards the low pressure area. And also if the pressure is high, the wind will blow from the high pressure area to the low pressure areas. So in the weather map, the low pressure area is marked as L and the high pressure area is marked as H. Low pressure area is called as depression and cyclones. High pressure area is called as anticyclones. When the pressure is low, it will cause to cloudiness, wind and rain. If the pressure is high, there will be a calm weather. So isobar is used to show the distribution of air pressure. So the distribution of air pressure is controlled by altitude, that is height, atmospheric temperature, the air circulation, the Earth's rotation, water vapor and atmospheric storms. So once again I will repeat, the air pressure is measured by barometer. Measuring air pressure. Meteorologist uses barometer or aneroid barometer to measure air pressure. Barograms are used for recording continuous variation in atmospheric pressure. So this is barometer. It is a scientific instrument and it is used to measure the air pressure. And also barograms. So it is used to record the continuous variation in the air pressure. Humidity. Humidity refers to the degree of water vapor present in the atmosphere in gaseous form in particular time and place. It ranges from 0 to 5% by volume in atmosphere. Climatically, it is an important constituent of the atmosphere and its quantity depends on the level of temperature. So the level of humidity decreases towards pole from equator. Humidity is expressed in different ways. Humidity in a particular place and a particular time. So the measure of water vapor which is present in the atmosphere is called as humidity. So the humidity ranges from 0 to 5% and also the level of humidity it decreases towards the poles from equator. So from the equator it will be high and when it moves towards the pole it will low. Specific humidity is a ratio of the water vapor content of the mixture to the total air content on a mass basis. It is expressed in grams of vapor per kilogram of air. Specific humidity. See the equation, mass of vapor divided by mass of moist air, that is the weight of the vapor divided by weight of moist air. So the specific humidity, it is the ratio of mass of vapor to the mass of moist air. It is expressed in grams. Absolute humidity. It is the mass or weight of water vapor present per unit volume of air. It is expressed usually in grams per cubic meter of air. Relative humidity. It is a ratio between the actual amount of water vapor present in the air and the maximum amount of water vapor it can hold at a given temperature. It is expressed as a percentage. Absolute humidity. So the actual amount of water vapor that is present in the air is called absolute humidity. Then what about relative humidity? So it is the percentage of the amount of moisture the air could possibly hold. So this is called relative humidity. So the absolute humidity is expressed in terms of per cubic meter of air and the relative humidity it is expressed in percentage. We'll repeat it again. The actual amount of water vapor which is present in air is called absolute humidity. The percentage of amount of moisture it would possibly hold is called relative humidity. Generally, warm air holds more water vapor than the cold air. When relative humidity reaches 100%, the air gets saturated. In this condition, the temperature is said to be at dew point. Further cooling will condense the water vapor into the clouds and rain. Relative humidity affects the human health and comfortness. Very high and very low humidity are injurious to health. It also affects the stability of different objects, buildings and electrical applications. Measurement of humidity. Hygrometer is used to measure the humidity which comprises wet and dry bulb plate side by side in the Stevenson screen. This is hygrometer and it is used to measure the humidity. In general, the warm air holds more water vapor when compared to the cold air. So when the level of the humidity it reaches to 100%, the air will get saturated. So then the cooling will continue to the extreme and the water vapor it forms into the clouds and then rain. Very high and very low humidity affect the human health. Wind. The horizontal movement of air is called wind. Vertical movement of air is said as air current. The winds move from high pressure to low pressure. Unlike other elements, a wind is made up of a series of gusts and eddies which can only be felt and not seen. Winds get their name from the direction from which they blow. For example, wind blows from southwest is called southwest wind. Wind. What is a wind? The horizontal movement of air is known as wind. Then what about the vertical movement? The vertical movement of air is called air current. That is, in Tamil we'll call it as katrotam. Okay, so the horizontal movement of air is called wind. So generally the wind will move from the high pressure area to the low pressure area. So this thing we have learned in the air pressure topic. Okay, and also wind can only be felt and not be seen. So we can only feel the air, right? We cannot see. And also wind get the name from the direction which they blow. If the wind that blows from the southwest direction, then it is called as southwest wind. If it blows from the northeast direction, then it is called as northeast wind. So it gets the name from the direction which they blow. The wind systems are broadly categorized into three as follows: planetary winds, seasonal winds, local winds. The wind system is divided into three. That is, the first one is planetary winds, second thing is seasonal winds, and the third one is local winds. Planetary winds are the ones which blow almost in the same direction throughout the year. So they are called as permanent or planetary winds. Trade winds, westerlies and polar easterlies are the types of prevailing winds. Seasonal winds are those which change their direction according to season in a year. They are called as monsoon winds. These winds blow from sea to land during summer and land to sea during winter. Local winds are the winds blow over a small area only during a particular time of a day or a short period of a year. Land and sea breezes are the example of these winds. The Beaufort scale is a scale for measuring wind speed. It is based on observation rather than accurate measurement. It is the most widely used system to measure wind speed today. The scale was developed in 1805 by Francis Beaufort, an officer of the Royal Navy, and first officially used by HMS Beagle. First one is planetary winds. Planetary winds means it is the permanent winds. So it will blow in the same direction throughout the year. So it is called planetary winds or the permanent winds. For example, trade winds, westerlies and polar easterlies. So these are all the types of planetary winds. Seasonal winds. So seasonal winds will change their direction according to the season. So it is called as seasonal winds. And also they are called as monsoon winds. So these winds will blow from sea to land during the summer and from land to sea during the winter. The last one is local winds. So these local winds will blow in a smaller area in a particular time or a day for a short period of year. So this is known as local winds. The speed of the wind is measured by Beaufort scale. It is created by Francis Beaufort in the year of 1805. Measuring wind direction and speed. Meteorologist measures wind direction using wind vane or weathercock. Wind speed is measured by anemometer. Wind rose is a diagram used to depict the direction and periods, that is number of days, of prevailing winds on map. Meteorograph or triple register is an instrument which records wind speed and direction, sunshine and precipitation. It also provides graphic representation. This is the image of anemometer. So anemometer is used to measure the speed of wind. So that's all. This lesson is completed. Wind vane is used to measure the wind direction. Anemometer is used to measure the wind speed. And also the wind vane is also known as weather vane. So it is one of the oldest weather tools. It is used to measure the wind direction. So it spins on a rod and points in the direction from which the wind comes from. So the direction of wind is measured by wind vane. And also wind rose. It is a diagram. It is used to indicate the direction of the wind. The meteorograph or a triple register. So it is an instrument which records the wind speed, direction, sunshine and the rain. So it also records with the graphic representation, that is with the pictorial representation.